process has begun. The presidential panel on alleged human rights violations by operatives of the now disbanded Special Anti-Robbery Squad (SARS) recommends the prosecution of 33 officers, monetary compensation to victims of human rights violations, and recommended public apology for over 32 cases of rights violation. Mrs. Chioma Oyenuche, Chairman, Human Rights Committee, Unity Bar Branch of the NBA Abuja, talks about her expectations in this interview.
The matter of confidence is not, it's entirely different in the sense that we've seen panels of inquiries, we've seen, them sit and make recommendations, and it doesn't appear like anything is done about those findings. So, but not doing anything at all would also defeat, the purpose of justice overall. So I think it's important that we start doing something. It's necessary that these panels of inquiry sit, especially because it would also afford the victims an opportunity to review all they've gone through. It would afford them an opportunity to even onboarding in the abuses that they or their loved ones have suffered.
Where are the various state governors getting, drawing the actions from? Because, for example, a certain group have argued about the legality or otherwise of the NHRC operating without the governing council in place.
The National Human Rights Commission should have a governing council empaneled by government. It's a statutory requirement. And unfortunately, this is a requirement that lies at the step of government. And where government does not do that, of course it has failed in discharging some of its responsibilities as provided by statutes. But then again, my challenge is, I do not think that we should fold our hands and do nothing because government has failed to do their bit. I think that we should focus more in the intentions of this statute. What does the law set out to meet? Justice is the core pursuit in all of this. And if justice is the core pursuit, therefore, should victims of abuses who should ordinarily find some kind of succor in the commission now be left to their fate just because a governing council has not been paneled by government? I don't quite agree. Therefore, my argument will be, since we realize that there are victims of abuses, are we going to all sit and do nothing, therefore making ourselves complicit? Really? That's my perception. Making ourselves complicit in not doing anything.
Some people have said in the past, journalists have been barred, for example, from attending judicial panels of inquiry. Some argue that maybe if it's made more open, it will show a semblance of transparency.
Okay, I'll answer in two folds. One, as per the things that could, give credibility to the panels, it's important that persons of integrity, persons of proven integrity are appointed into those panels. Then, on the other hand, as per transparency, it is necessary that it is open. In fact, it is actually statutory that it is open. It should be open because, yes, you can't talk about, the rights of the people to information if you foreclose openness of the process. It must be such that the proceedings can be witnessed by the public. Of course, I do not mean that it should hold in places where everybody just throngs in. No, that's not what I'm saying. But it shouldn't be in camera. And then the press should also have access because they owe a responsibility to disseminate information. And this is a critical information, especially in view of the times that we're in. So having the people feel carried along will greatly assuage, some of the hurts and the anger. And it would make them feel, it will make them have some patience at least.